evening, my name is Hilda Floret, and welcome to Vintage Keys Studio. Today, firstly I'm wearing a new headpiece. It's an old headpiece, it's an old Shaw one. And also, I'm going to be demonstrating the second half of the RIHA, because I've had quite enough rest in between doing the last one, because it was such a mammoth video. I think it was about 45 minutes long, that one. So what I'm going to be doing today is doing this. And that. What I'm going to be doing today is, with the help of a avid supporter of ours called Mark. Hello, Mark. He is, if I'm very much not mistaken, a Dutchman. And he has managed to find a user manual for this organ, and he's also quite incredibly and very kindly translated the bit that was all about the harp section, which I didn't know. Firstly, didn't know if it worked, and secondly, didn't really know what it was supposed to do, because it doesn't give you much of an idea when you actually just sit down at this thing, because you just press the buttons and nothing happens. But what he found out, and he told me, was that on the swell pedal down here to the right of my leg, there's the, if I just sort of play a bit of, that's the swell pedal, and it's going up and down in volume. If I press the button on the left with the left side of my trotter, that goes, it's the sort of glide button, which is quite common on organs, Lowrys and various things. I think the Yamaha C55's got one. So I knew about that, but what I didn't realise was there's also another, on this organ, there's another switch to your right, which is incredibly uncomfortable to play if you haven't got shoes on, like I haven't at the moment. And if you have the harp on this set to, or whatever, I've got it set to the up position with the volume there and the speed quite quick. If you then play the lower manual keyboard and press this button and play the notes, it gives a harp effect, and you can change the speed of it. Or it could go down. It's doing 2 octaves worth at the moment. Or you can go up and down, and then you can change the number of octaves. So at the moment it's doing 4 octaves. Now it's just doing 2 octaves. The couple ARC. This is the ARC, which we'll get to in a minute. That couples the harp function to the rhythms. So let's move on to that now. So we have the speed here. And then we've got various different, so if we start there, various different preset rhythms. So I've just turned the harp setting off. I'll switch it back on again with my foot. So just so you can hear, so if I just sort of isolate all these. So at the moment we've got the bass on. If I press this blue switch, the bass switches off, and then we've just got so we've got separate volume controls for the percussion, which is pretty good. And there's also a snare cancel. And what's that one? I can't read it. Oh, cymbal. That's a good one, so So it's quite a versatile old thing, really. Okay, anyway, so you've got, that's the percussion. Trumpets, trombone. So that's the piano or guitar there, or the trumpet, or the trombone. And wow guitar, which doesn't seem to be doing anything at the moment. It might be like in the on the Yamaha C55 where the wow guitar makes fireworks sounds. But anyway, there we go. And then we've got the arpeggio. And then there's different arpeggios. Randomly changed then, I don't know why, but anyway. And you can change the arpeggio decay on it as well. Or that. Bass on, I'll hold down a chord, and then we've got so the bass is doing 1 and 5 there on the bass, or with the walking bass. Let's turn the bass off, let's turn the band off. Let's just concentrate on the arpeggio, see if I can get it to do that thing again. Oh, it's doing it again now. Something around here made it switch off, but it might be something to do with these buttons here, the rhythm selector. Yeah. I'll speed it up a bit. Right, anyway. So oh, I like that one. Well, that was good fun. It reminded me a little bit of Stelvio Cipriani, is that how you say it? Italian composer. So yes, that's the rhythms and... I mean, there's probably loads more that it does, but that's the basic idea. And now we've got the... Oh, I better just do one more little thing with the harp on as well, just to remind you if you've forgotten how that went at the beginning. I really do like that. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm about to get ready to go, but I wondered if you would just like to hear a couple of new things that we're offering at the studio here. Firstly, we have our processing option, which now that we've got we've got a thing with audio movers Listen To. If you've ever heard of them, they're something to do with Abbey Road, but basically you can send somebody a link and they can listen from wherever they are in the world to the high quality audio outputs from your DAW. So in that respect, we can do recordings here now where people, like friends of mine, there's a friend of mine in Sydney who I won't mention, but he's a nice man, and he sits there on the little, I watch him on a little WhatsApp face thingy, whatever it is, but he can hear everything I'm doing here, so he shouts at me to do stuff like process stuff through I've got the Eventide machines over there, which we're going to be talking about soon, spring reverbs, all kinds of things, and with the help of this Listen To plugin that I've got here, if you wanted to send me some stuff to get rid of your plugin sounds and actually use the real thing, you can sit there and you can say, right, I'd like to use the Eventide harmonizer, and I'd like you to put it into this setting, and then you can kind of listen to me doing it, and then you can go, yeah, no, yeah, no, and then we can record it. Same with tape, we can do tape processing as well, all the way up from 3 3/4 inches a second, 7.5 inches a second, and 15 inches a second, on various tape stock that I've got here, some of it new, some of it old, and it's all just at my fingertips here. So it seems crazy not using it. So if you're one of those type of people who've got some recording and stuff you want to enhance with some real original vintage gear, or homemade weird stuff I've made, then it might be quite useful. So check it out, have a look at the links. There's a link to the website. The other thing is, I've had several people speaking to me in the last few weeks about will I do can I speak to them over the phone or over the internet about certain things like starting studios up and problem solving, fault finding in things. So I've decided to do an online consultancy service as well. So if you'd like to check that out and pick my brains. I mean, there's probably not a huge amount there. I only know 6 things, but if you want to know any of those 6 things, let me know, and you can book a bit of a time with me, and we can liaise and work out when the best time is, and have a bit of a chat for some money. Yes, and then there's the usual other stuff down below as well, links and membership and Patreon and all that stuff, and that's about it. I'm going to be doing a video next, definitely next, about the Altec 436C compressor, which is the one that EMI messed around with and turned into an RS124. Now, I haven't actually got an original one of those, but I've made 2 sort of clones of it. So while I'm not going to be talking expressly about the original ones, I'm basically going to give you a video of hopefully explaining how they work, because they're very simple. But I didn't realise how they worked until a good friend of mine called Matt wrote me a bit of a thing to read, so I'm going to read that out in the thing. But I can demonstrate with the 2 models that I've made that work quite well exactly what they do. So anyway, that's enough waffle from me. I can't find my other glove. I'll see you later.